Cavin Elizabeth, a wedding photographer based in San Diego. Today's video is going to be about what you can do with your flowers after the wedding. So this is a question that comes up quite a lot from brides is what should we do? We don't want the flowers to go straight to the trash, which is unfortunately what happens at so many weddings. These dozens and dozens and hundreds of dozens of flowers go to the trash, which is absolutely so heartbreaking because they were living beautiful things that people spent a lot of money on and then they go right in the garbage. So if you don't want that to happen with your flowers, this video is for you. Now, the major thing that I want to say is whatever you are going to be doing with your flowers, make sure that you are coordinating this with the florist. So the florist can't do certain things if you don't tell them ahead of time, or you can't just send the flowers home with your guests if you have not paid for the vessels that the arrangements are in, or you are not arranging for them to be taken out, getting rid of the foam, whatever it may be. So make sure that you discuss this ahead of time. Do not decide on the wedding day what to do with the flowers because you might find that it cannot happen. One option you have, which is quite easy, is sending home flowers with your guests. So guests can just take them as they go, but there are two things to keep in mind here. You can either purchase the vessel from the florist and that way the guests can just take them home, which is pretty easy. Or if you have rented these from the florist, they need to be removed and put into a different vessel. And that could either be done through the florist or if you have a planner there, but whatever it needs to be, it has to be coordinated with your florist. One other thing you can do, which is a really great thing and very kind, is to donate the flowers to a hospital, a senior center, or anywhere else that you think would love to have beautiful flowers in their office, in their facilities, whatever it may be, you can donate them. But again, you need to arrange for this. You need to make sure that the place you're donating to can accept the flowers, and you need to make sure that somebody is in charge of transporting those flowers. And yes, you might pay extra. You probably will pay extra if your florist is the one transporting. So keep these things in mind. Again, everything has to be coordinated with the florist to make sure that everything is good to go. The last thing that I see is usually just with the bouquet, and you could do this with the other options as well, is to preserve it. So it will be dried and preserved in some sort of casing or frame. That's something you can do. Now just make sure that you see other work that the person doing that has done. If you want to DIY it, that's great too. Make sure you watch videos. You only have this one bouquet unless you want to buy another. So make sure it's done right so that you have it and it's beautiful to keep. Another thing people have done is they have actually had paintings made of their bouquets, and that's a different way to do it. So you have all kinds of options for things you can do with flowers after the wedding. But again, make sure you're coordinating with the florist. Make sure that guests aren't taking home rental vases or vessels so that the florist doesn't have to charge you after the fact. Make sure that somebody is there to handle it if they need to be taken out of foam or out of the frogs, whatever it is the florist has used to keep the arrangements in place. So just remember, ask them, do this ahead of the wedding day. Don't try to do this on the wedding day. It's probably going to be too late for so many different reasons, but make sure you're doing everything ahead of time and you guys will be good to go. Hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys next time. Bye!